Welcome to Mic'd Up Moments on this Monday evening, January 26th. We are live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and X, formerly known as Twitter. Thanks for making this part of your day. All episodes now available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. She's Yonkers' own Lauren Benvenga, digital creator, bartender, server at the Cheesecake Factory. Now the city of Yonkers, parking violations. Joining us on the program. How are you, Lauren? Thanks so much for being here today.
Hi, Kenford. How are you? I'm good.
Good. You know what's funny? I can't believe the last time we spoke. It's got to be over a decade, right?
Definitely, yeah. I think it's way over a decade, actually. It's
It's been too
probably
long.
2009, right?
Jeez, where did the time go? It's almost like 20 years already.
I don't know. Not on me, baby. Not on me, that's for sure.
Hey, born and raised in the city of Yonkers, right? What was that like growing up for you? Yonkers, tough upbringing, not so tough upbringing. What was that like for you growing up in Yonkers?
It was good. I love Yonkers. I had braces, glasses, and a mustache, though, so I used to get picked on a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Everybody
sure.
picked on me, but then when I got to high school, I used to pick on everybody else. So Yonkers is
How was
great, though. It's a
Yonkers
great place
changed?
to grow.
For sure. How has it changed from like way back when to like now? How is it now? How has it changed?
Honestly, it really hasn't changed at all. I feel like it's exactly the same. Maybe people are a little more tough in Yonkers now. Like we're more like the Bronx now, I feel like. I don't want to say that, but yeah. It's I love Yonkers. I wouldn't move. Every time I think about moving, I don't. I'm like I can't live out of Yonkers. Everything is easily accessible and everybody's great or not great, which I also like. Either everybody's moody or, an asshole, which I also enjoy. So, it's
Yeah.
fine.
What comes to you when you hear the word Yonkers? Is it like tough, gritty? Is like Westchester versus Yonkers kind of thing? What comes to mind when you hear the word Yonkers?
Food. Food. Good food, Kenford. Good food.
Really?
Yes. You want Italian, you got it. You want Spanish, you got it. You want Indian, you got it. You want something
Yeah,
weird, you got it. You want like a sandwich shop, an ice cream shop, it's there. You
yeah,
know? I'm not gonna move up to
yeah.
like move upstate and like get as they say in Goodfellas, spaghetti and ketchup, noodles and ketchup. You know what I mean? Like I love the food in Yonkers, I have to say. But it is, yeah, it's tough, but whatever, you get pushed around a little bit, you grow up and you're equally as mean
Yeah,
as everybody else.
yeah, there you go. I mean,
I
it's so
love
funny
Yonkers.
because it's got like a lot of hills, right? Besides San Francisco, there's Yonkers, place with tons of
Yes, that's
hills. Is
That's
it
why
kind
I
of
couldn't get
scary
to
out
work
there?
today, Kemford. That's why I couldn't get to work today. The hills. The hills were crazy.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Give me some slang words like you hear in Yonkers, like Park Hill, the hill, right? School
I don't
Street,
see,
Guap.
but everybody has a place in Yonkers that they come from. So I wasn't a Park Hill kid. I wasn't a Homefield kid. I wasn't like a Central kid. I was like a loser, like Cross County kid is what we used to hang out in Cross County behind a movie theater and like throw
Yeah,
each other into the dumpster. That's exactly what we used to do. It was just But we used to fight, we used to like drink, we used to party, whatever. But it's just everybody grows up in a different neighborhood, and then eventually you all go to the bar when you're older and be like, "Oh, I know you from
yeah,
Facebook," and everybody just
yeah,
kind of runs together.
right.
It's like a cesspool of people. You get the good ones, you get the bad ones. But I
For
love
sure.
Yonkers. It's a very good mix of people.
Very good mix of people. How about these
Yes,
slang words, right? Like school street, guap, dead ass, just to name a few. When have
dead
you
ass is a
used
good
these?
one. I still use dead ass to this day.
I was
Dead
gonna ask
ass.
you, when was the last time you used those kind of slang words? All the time,
I
right?
use dead ass every day. Not every day, but I'd say 5 times out of the week, I'm like, "Dead ass." You know what I mean? Like, that
Yeah,
on God.
yeah,
Yeah, that means what I'm saying. Absolutely.
yeah.
Now people are like, "Bible, Bible." I'm like, "Okay. I don't like that one. I don't like the Bible one.
When was
I'm a
the
good
last time you
Christian."
used when was the last time you used the word brick? Because you say brick in the
Brick?
Midwest.
Brick was when I was growing up. We don't use it as much, but if it's very, 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 very cold, you throw brick out there. No, it's brick out, for real. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you guys in Nyack don't really have the brick thing.
Hey, how sad were you to see the Galleria Mall
Oh,
go? I
that
mean, that was your
sucked.
thing back in the day, right?
We used to take the 20 bus up there and we had no money and we'd be like just going in stores and they knew we had no money. So they would always kick us
Yeah,
out and stuff. But oh, I loved the Galleria. What a dirty, dirty, great place to grow up. Walking by Yankee Candle, couldn't afford a
yeah,
$38 candle, and they knew it. I loved it. I
yeah.
love the Galleria. Sad. Most things have went around here. It's sad. Small, It sucks, but what are you gonna do? We'll find a new
Was it like
kids
you or
will
your
find a new
crew? And
place to hook up with somebody in the back of a movie theater.
for sure, for sure. Who'd you go out there with at the Galleria Mall? Are you a bunch of crew members, like school peoples you went out there with? Who'd you go out there with?
Oh yeah, a bunch of friends. We literally, my friend Brandy, who she has kids now and everything, but my friend Brandy, we used to get on the 20 bus, ride it all the way up, stop at the Galleria,
Right.
not afford food,
Yeah.
maybe got food from like people that like were throwing it out or something. Like that's how like ridiculous we were back then, and like just hang out and try to like I don't know get attention from boys or something. I don't even know why we were up there. It was ridiculous. Then my mom would come and be like, "What the fuck are you doing to my planes?" and pick me up and go home. That was the end of that.
Yeah, for sure. What kind of stores you miss at the mall back in the day besides Yankee
PacSun.
Candle?
PacSun. Remember
PacSun. Yeah,
PacSun?
PacSun was good. Yeah, PacSun. Yeah.
He was a
Man, oh
skater boy.
man.
I said, "See you later, boy." I was like, "Okay." I thought I was like a
There you
full
go.
skater. I couldn't go on a skateboard, but I felt like I was a skater through PacSun, and now it's gone.
Yeah.
Sam Goody, that was a
Yeah,
good one
Sam Goody,
too.
that's a good one. Yeah, Sam Goody was a good
A
one.
Hot Topic. When
Yeah,
I was
Hot
going through my
Topic.
emo phase, when I thought I was really dark and depressed. Now I'm
Yeah.
36 and I'm way depressed, and I don't need a T-shirt to tell me. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to go to Hot Topic to know I'm depressed.
Man, oh man. Where do you shop at these days? Where do you go?
Online. Okay, I don't want to go in a store, get sweaty, and be next to people. I order online.
Yeah,
It comes to me. Okay, I'm a
yeah,
size medium, not a large. Okay, and Amazon and Shein. Okay, Shein. My I don't care what people say about it. I don't give a fuck. Shein all the
yeah,
way.
there you
six
go.
dollar shirts. You ruin it. You
Yeah,
outgrow it. You fuck it up in the dryer. Gives a shit.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
there you go.
I
There you
love
go.
Shein. Shein all the way.
She know the way. When was
Shein
the
all the way.
last when was the first time you had your alcoholic beverage back in the day? What was it? The
Oh, like
first drink you had?
Kenford. My God, it was probably like
Yeah.
12.
Jeez.
I think it was like a Colt 45 or something like that. It was something ridiculous that you would never drink. Like
Yeah.
I thought I was like, and we used to do Edward 40 hands. You would duct tape the 40 to your hands, and you had to
Right.
drink the whole thing before you could get it off your hands, which was dangerous. Because if you fell down, you had nothing to stop you. So it was, yeah,
Jeez.
people would get hurt, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So
Your mom ever caught you drinking, slipping? Ever? Ever?
my mom caught me behind my high school. I had Bacardi Limon in a Snapple bottle. And I threw my Snapple into somebody's yard. And she goes, why would you throw a Snapple? And I was like, I just didn't want it. And she was like, so you threw it? And I was like, I didn't want it. And
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
like, it had alcohol in it. And it did. Yeah. And I never
yeah.
drank Bacardi Limon again after that.
That was
It
it.
was
It was
like, it was like
retired. It was
bad
done.
juju to me.
You got
So
a drunk story for us today. Any drunken stories you can remember from back in the day?
not that I remember, but 21, I was out with Denise Primorano, actually. And shout out to Denise. And we were drinking in White Plains, and they put me in a cab, and I got out of the cab when I was living in West Harrison, and I knocked my front tooth out on 4th of July. And I had to get a $6,000 implant. My mom never let me forget it. Ever.
Are you
Ever.
serious?
Yeah. Hey,
Wow.
I named him Wayne after Little Wayne. I did.
That
And
is
he's always
hilarious. How painful was that? Were you in tears? Were you shocked? Did you cry? Oh, how
went to
crazy was
sleep,
that?
and I woke up, and my friend Deandra was like, "Can I borrow it? You have no front tooth." And I was like, "What?" She's like, "You don't have a tooth." And I was like, "Oh my God." And yeah, after that, I was like, it wasn't painful at all. I don't know why it wasn't that painful. I think the emotional turmoil outweighed the physical
The
pain of that
adrenaline and
tooth.
everything else? Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
And yeah,
Remember your first
you
joint
know,
you ever rolled? When was the first joint you
yes,
ever rolled? You remember that? Yeah,
not my first joint I ever rolled, but my first joint I ever smoked. My dad, we were going to Rockaway Beach, and it was my dad, me, and my stepmom. I was sitting on a crate. Remember when they used to put the crates in the truck? Nobody
crates
cared
down.
about
Yeah,
seatbelts or anything. You
right.
could
Yep.
fly through the windshield. Nobody gave a fuck about you. You know what I mean? So it was I was sitting on the crate, and my dad and my stepmom were passing a joint back and forth. 1 Minute Man by Missy Elliott was on the radio. Right? I'll never forget that.
Yeah, I remember that
That
song.
was a good.
Awesome
That was a
song.
good song.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
were passing it back and forth, and my stepmom was like, "Just give her the joint already." And my dad was like, "But Gina's gonna pick her up later." And they gave me the joint, and I was so high at Rockaway Beach. My dad was going like this to get me not high anymore. That was my first. I had to be like 14.
My
Whoops,
goodness,
sorry,
man.
but yes, yeah, that was
Do you
my
still
first
smoke
one.
now to this day, or you're done? That's over. Those days are over with.
No, Kenford. Absolutely. Yes. I think it should be in the
Man,
water, Kenford. The water. Do you smoke, Kenford?
jeez.
No, you're such a good
No,
boy, right?
yeah, I've tried it once and that was never a thing for me and I just kinda hated it and was just like,
Yeah.
"Eh,
You
that's
always
not
have
for
like the
me."
straight tie and the socks done right. You're not gonna smoke weed,
Eh,
Kenford.
yeah,
No.
never. No, not my thing. God bless you guys that do it and love it, but I just it's not never my thing, you know? Never got
Cut
into it.
down big time. I've cut down big time. So like now I smoke and I get
Okay.
giggly, but I do I love
Yeah.
marijuana. It's the best. It's the best. I have a mug that's actually a mug with a pipe on it, so you can smoke and drink your coffee at the same time.
No way.
It's good for the
How
morning.
awesome is that?
Yes. Richie's with it right now.
Back in there you go. There you go. Shout out to
Yeah.
Richie, by the way, who's listening.
Yeah, Richie.
Back in the
Woo-hoo.
day, any fights in Yonkers? Who started it? Did you win? Did you lose? Any fights back in the day?
I had a I was in a staircase once. I bought a Snickers candy bar. And this girl, remember when the belts with the names were very popular? Do you have that, Naya?
Right, back in the day. Yeah, back in the day.
Right? So
Yeah,
it'd say
yeah,
like Lauren, and this one said Danielle. She was a big girl, okay? Big like
yeah.
round,
Okay.
not like big like
Right,
tall, okay? And she was like, "Can I
right.
have a bite of your Snickers?" And I was like, "No, because like you're a stranger and you have germs, and like why are we gonna share a Snickers bar?" She was like, "I'll get you after school, bitch." And I was like, "Really? Over a Snickers?" And she came, she tried to fight me after school. I was like, "Okay." I was going at her. Thank God, my friend Candace like blocked. She would have ate me for breakfast.
Oh,
She
she would
all
have kicked
over
your
a
ass, huh?
Snickers bar. Yeah, and I still won't give
Man.
up my Snickers, Danielle. I still won't give up my Snickers. Absolutely
Hey,
not.
hungry, why wait, huh? Grab a Snicker. How about that?
She wasn't waiting. I'll tell you that. She got me in that staircase close up. She with I'll never forget the name on the belt. I was like, Danielle, huh? That's her name. And she's like talking to me, and I could only focus on this fucking belt, thinking that I
Yeah,
wanted one. You know what I mean? That
right.
said Lauren,
Yeah.
but she wanted my Snickers. Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do?
Wow. Yeah,
But yeah,
that's
that was probably my
funny.
first
That
fight. I don't fight a
wow.
lot. I'm a lover. I'm a lover.
You
I
love
don't
her. There
fight
you
off.
go.
Well,
There you go.
I will go. I will go.
Right,
You know what I mean? But
right.
I'm not. I
Yeah.
don't.
You're not a fighter, right?
No, I'm not a
You've
fighter.
worked you worked all your life, right? Your first job. What was your first job? You still have the paycheck. How much was that paycheck?
My first job was dressing up as the Pink Ranger at Kids Aerobics and doing birthday parties for little kids at Cross County. And I think my first paycheck was like $125. And I can't remember, like, I don't know if that was like 2 weeks, 1 week, 2 days. I don't even remember what that was for. But yeah, I used to
Right,
dress up as a Pink Ranger, and then we put them in the money container, and they would like try to grab the money and shit like that. And it was
right.
just, oh my God, there was Kool-Aid everywhere. It was ridiculous. We used to suck the helium out of
Wow.
out of the balloon tank. It was
Right.
not good. And we used to smoke weed in the
Go
back. So
crazy.
yeah, I was
That's
like
amazing.
14, 15, I think. And all my friends
Back then,
worked there.
that was a lot of money back then. How cool was that back in the day, right? That was a lot of
God
money.
forbid I saved that money, Kenford, right? Instead of spent,
Yeah.
I used to take a $20 bill. Five was for weed, five was for gas, who was driving me around, and 10 was miscellaneous, which meant either beer or we were going to the movies or something like that. Well, it's like
Right,
ridiculous.
right.
Yeah. So that's what I did with
It's
my money.
crazy.
Smart. Do that,
There you
kids.
go.
Invest.
Hey,
Stupid.
Yonkers, right? City of Hills, a lot of famous people out of there, musicians, DMX, Mary J, The Locks. Why are they so special in the community to you? What do they mean to you overall, coming from Yonkers?
They're all great artists. DMX, I got to serve a lot of times at one bar that I worked at in Hastings, and he would always hit on my mom. And I was like, "Mom, please don't leave with DMX. Like, I don't know how I'm going to explain this to anybody. Please, like." And she'd be like, "Lauren, just stop." And DMX would be like, "Your mom is she's looking good." I'm like, "Oh God, like, how do I get my mother away from DMX?" You know what I mean? But no, honestly, I have to say one thing that resonates with me with DMX and Mary J and stuff like that is that they all came over addiction. You know what I mean? Well, DMX did, you know, they all had addictions, and when they passed, I feel like people shit talk them and stuff. And you know, they're people that really stood out and did a lot of things, and I don't want them to be remembered for. Just losing their lives to addiction and stuff like that. They really stood out for the community. They always gave back to the community, and they were talented and everything like that. So I don't like that people just remember them for one thing. You know what I mean? It's like Whitney Houston. You're gonna remember her for one thing. You know what I mean? She
Right.
was
Yeah.
amazing.
She was
But
amazing. For sure.
yeah, well, I'm very glad those people come from Yonkers, especially DMX, because we used to.
There you go.
Oh my God, please. We went to
Yeah.
the D Block car wash one day. The opening of the D Block car wash. I'll never oh my god, and I had no business being there, Kenford, no
Yeah,
business
no
being there. Do
business.
you understand?
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah,
"Oh my," and then Styles P comes up and he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I have my ass tattooed," because I have a tattoo on my ass or whatever. So he's like, "Why don't you get your other ass cheek tattooed in the studio?" I'm like, "No, thank you," because I'm like scared. I'm like, "Please,
yeah,
no
yeah.
business being at the D Block car wash." It's still open, honestly, on Nipper Hit, which is
Wow,
ridiculous. Yeah,
crazy.
shouldn't have
Wow,
been
what a
there.
time. What a time.
You wanna talk about
What's
a
your
fight, I almost got into several there. That's for sure.
what's your famous DMX song? What famous DMX song that comes to mind that gets you amped, gets you ready to go, walk through a wall, a brick wall?
Oh my god. I can't Kemford, you put me on the spot now because I can't think of one. You know that just comes on your
There's so
on your
many, right?
Pandora and you start getting hyped. You don't even know the name of them anymore.
Yeah.
Probably
Listen,
X gonna give
I
it
was
to you.
telling you off here, I was listening there you go. I was listening to some DX to DMX on the way here. My car driving today from the barbershop, getting hyped up because it's Yonkers trying to represent. I was just like so fired up.
You think
DMX,
Yonkers
the
is way
locks.
cooler than it actually is, Kenford. You gotta get out of
Yeah,
Nyack,
I'm
Kenf. You gotta get out of that car wash, Kenford, and come to Yonkers for a
yeah.
second. It's
There
not
you
as
go.
crazy as you think it is.
Hey, I'll trade. You come to my car wash, I'll go to your car wash. How about that? You know, let's
I
even
will
trade.
100% come to your car. You said it's
Perfect.
hand car
Hand car
wash?
wash, yeah. Wax
What
on,
did I
wax
say to you
off.
before the show? If I had a car wash, I would go through it at the end of the day,
Yeah.
all the time.
Yes.
Like all the lights, the colors, the brushes. I have ADHD.
Right.
I want to go through a car wash at night, settle myself down, smoke a joint, go through the car wash. Do you go through
There
your
you
own
go.
car wash, Kemford? Can I ask you a question? Do you go
I've
through your own car?
never done that. Yeah, never done that. I probably could run through it. The guys might look at me all crazy and weird, but I'll give it a
You
shot.
own
Maybe
it.
in the
Who gives a
summertime.
fuck? You
Yeah,
own,
I own
tell
it.
them
That's
to
true.
pay them to mind their own business, Kemford. How about that? Get out of here. Kidding me? If I own the car
I'll
wash,
take
I'm
you up
going
on
through
that.
whatever I
Yeah.
want to go through. I'm gonna sniff all the pine fucking trees and everything. Do what you want to do. It's your car wash. Don't let them
There
tell you
you
what to do,
go. There you
Kenford.
go. There you go. I'll take
That's
that up. I'll
Yonkers
take
in
that
you.
up.
Do whatever you want to do, Kenford.
There it is. There it is. Hey, Mary J. Blige, big fan of hers. I was talking about singing off here. Any Mary J. Blige songs you love, you sing in the bathroom? Any verses for us today?
I can't. No, I can't sing today, Kenford. Don't put me on the spot, please. You hear my voice? I sound like a smoker, a 30-year-old smoke, a 30-year smoker. Um, no, but what's? Oh my God, what is that song oh, jeez, my boss put it on one night and I went absolutely apeshit. I can't remember
Yeah.
the name of the song. That
I
one party
can
song
love
she
you
had.
better than she can. I don't know,
No,
but
that's like
that little Kim.
that's a chill one, Kenford. That's a
Yeah,
chill
it's a
one.
chill one. Yeah, yeah, it's a chill one. Yeah.
Let's get it.
There
That
you
one.
go. There you go.
I can't think of what it is though. You put me on the spot, Kenford. I'm gonna
Okay.
get you back with
All
this.
right.
That's for sure.
When
You
was the
didn't have
last
me
time you
prepared for
actually
this.
sang in the shower?
I always sing in the shower. I have a Bluetooth speaker in my shower, so I actually, you know what? I was fighting the last time I sang in my shower, Kenford.
Yeah.
I was fighting with Richie, and I put on the
Yeah.
Taylor Swift album, right? Because it's like all about like breaking up and shit. And I was singing it,
Yeah.
and this man did not notice I was singing. I was singing it all, right? I'm like, oh, he must hear me and the words, and he's gonna feel bad about stuff. I came out of the shower. He was like, "Did you have a nice shower?" I was like, "Did you hear me singing in there?" He's like, "No, why? You had the radio on?" I'm like, "Motherfuck." That didn't go anywhere. It landed on no one. It landed on no one. And I went to work and I told somebody that, and they were like, "He doesn't even realize you were singing in the shower." I said, "Yeah, you're right. He doesn't."
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Like,
That's
I still
hilarious.
love singing. I just don't do it as much. I do the national anthem for like the vets and stuff, like on Veterans Day,
Okay.
but I just don't. I can't, Comfort. I get so nervous. I'm such a nervous Nelly now that I can't do anything.
Wow.
I'm a shell of the old Lauren Terrell.
Taylor Swift. I've never imagined you love Taylor Swift. Are you a Swiftie, by the way?
No, I'm not. I was just gonna say I'm not a Swiftie. I'm not a Swiftie.
Okay.
I like
Okay.
her, and she's very talented. She has some good music. That last album had me in my feels, but I'm
Okay.
not a Swiftie. No, no,
Okay.
I don't know.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't get wrapped up like that in people anymore. You remember I used to like love Lady Gaga. Me and Jackie used to like go
Yeah.
to Lady
Yeah. Yeah.
Gaga
Yeah.
concerts all the time.
For
She's
sure.
great. She's
Yeah.
very talented. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
That's
glad I got to
awesome.
see her before she was like big. At Radio
Yeah.
City, she
Yeah.
was great. Yeah.
Another famous artist from around your way, right?
Yeah, but Lady
Yeah.
Gaga says she's not from Yonkers. She declines it. She says
She
so.
declines. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
when
We'll
when the
just
she
stick with
when they're
Mary
when she's
J, the
asked,
Locks, and DMX. We'll just stick with those
well,
three, right?
locks are. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. For
yeah.
sure. Definitely. Ever see yourself living somewhere else besides New York, Yonkers? Ever moving to Florida, retirement, California,
Yes. Yeah.
Texas, anytime soon? When is this gonna happen?
I would like to move to Florida, honestly, I would. I know it's
Okay.
hot and I'm, like, premenstrual and I sweat all the time, but I honestly, like, I would go to Florida. On Richie's pension and then probably my second husband's pension.
Yeah.
When I could get down there for sure.
Yeah.
Florida, I always wanted to move to California, but now it's falling into the ocean, so I'm not gonna go there, you know what I mean? And that's it. Maybe, like, North Carolina, because I could get a
North
big house for
Carolina.
cheap. Yeah,
There you go.
and that
Yeah.
what song comes to mind, Kenford? If you are a young black man, what song comes to
Yeah.
mind when I say North Carolina?
North Carolina.
Come on and
Put your
raise up,
hands
take
eyes
your
up.
off,
Come on.
twist it
Yeah,
around
there
your
you
head
go.
like
See
a
that?
helicopter. Okay, good. All right, I want to see if you were black or not, Kenford. I wanted
I
to
got
see.
some
Okay,
swag.
all
I've got some
all
swag,
right.
Terrell. I've
I
got
was
some
testing
swag.
you. I was testing you. I was nervous. I was like, oh boy, this he might not know. Good for you.
That's hilarious. She's Lauren Benvenga, digital creative, former server at the Cheesecake Factory, now the city of White Plains, parking violations, joining us today on the show, Mic'd Up Moments. Your time at CCF, what a time that was. Who hired you in White Plains? How did that even come about?
Maribel hired me. Maribel hired me.
Wow, shout
Toughest of
out
the
to
tough.
Maribel,
Yeah.
the OG, the
Maribel hired
OG.
me. And I
Yeah.
was on my last day of training and my contact fell out, right? One of my eye
Uh,
contacts fell out. And I
yeah.
couldn't see where I was putting the plates because I had no like
Yeah.
depth perception. And I
Perception.
went to go put the plates down and I missed it and broke all these plates. I was like, oh, now I'm not going to be hired, right? And Maribel was like, no, you're fine. You could go. And that was the start of my career at Cheesecake Factory. And then I got
Speaking
like
of a
8
thing with
boyfriends from there.
Speaking of a thing, I hope Maribel sees this clip. Speaking of a thing, jokingly, right? Breaking a plate. Maribel broke all these plates. I've never seen Maribel break a plate before,
I
right?
never
Have
seen
you seen
Maribel like
Maribel
that.
broke a plate
Sh
before
I
or
never
tossed a plate
They
before?
said, "Oh, Maribel used to throw the plates across the wall and stuff." I never seen it, never dealt with it. She was always very nice to me. Always very nice, but a strong woman, I'll say that, but always very nice. Yes. She was great.
For sure. For sure.
Yes.
For sure. Shout out to Maribel,
She's a
wherever you are,
leader for
Maribel. You see
sure.
this clip. We love you. We appreciate you. What all you've done for us, a leader for sure in the industry.
Absolutely,
And one day
yes.
you'll come on the show and we'll ask you about that question.
You
For
gotta
sure.
get her on the show, Kenford.
Still got cheese mares to this day.
Yes, yes,
I have to
absolutely.
get on the show, Terrell. You got to pull some strings
Yeah, well, we'll go
for
to
sure.
White Plains to talk to her.
Post cheesecake. There you go. Post Cheesecake Factory. Any nightmares, any cheese mares, as we call
Yes,
them,
yes,
to this
that I
day.
can't that I'm at the POS, but the buttons won't press. And I'm just pressing and pressing and pressing, and they won't press. And you know what? Everybody trying to the secret shoppers and everything like that, like they really tortured us. Nowadays they wear
Yeah,
black.
it was
Okay.
tough.
You know what it was like finding white pants? Do you know where I used to have to go,
Yeah,
Kenford? Like the S&H store for nurses in White Plains, okay? Like
yeah,
we went through the ringer. The patio, you're sweating your
yeah.
balls off, you're dying out there, no
My
water. Don't
goodness.
drink water in front of the guests. Okay, no problem.
Yeah. There you go. How much did you hate
They
the patio, by the way? You prefer being
I
inside or
hate
you
the
prefer
patio.
being on the patio?
I
Okay.
hate the heat, okay? I sweat like a
Yeah,
pig. I don't like the
yeah,
heat, and it was the worst, and when people wanna sit on the patio, I automatically can't stand them, and I want their food to be horrible. I want them to get sick.
yeah.
I do. I can't. I don't li Patio for what? Who are you trying to prove? I remember Lewis sat on the patio, God rest his soul. Lewis sat on the patio once, and he gave me, like, a $100 tip. I was like, "Okay, you could sit on the patio. Fine, no
There
problem."
you go. Speaking of whites, where are your whites, by the way? You throw them out? You still have them somewhere in your closet?
Kenford, I think that I wore my whites so much doing doubles and everything like that, that I
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
built a hole in my white pants. I remember I still used to wear them. I didn't even give a shit because I used to put
yeah,
you remember how the apron, we put the napkin in the back? So I used to be like, okay, there's
yeah,
a hole in it. Who gives a crap? I'm never getting white pants like
yeah.
this again. And they were the best. And my
Right.
butt looks great in them. So I would wear them all the time. I rocked them no matter hole or not. I didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Wow,
don't
that's
have the shirts
amazing.
anymore or anything. I wish I did, but yeah,
Yeah.
no. Yeah.
Who was some of your favorite managers back then,
Andre. 10 times
besides Maribel?
Andre.
Andre.
Yes, he's the best. I had a little crush
Okay.
on him too, and
Andre's
for
shoe.
an
Andre's
Asian
shoe's
guy
fantastic.
he was cool. I loved Andre's shoe. He used to love, who did he used to
Andre's
follow and
shoe.
take mon he used to follow, the Grateful Dead or Fish. He loved Fish. That's what he
He
loved.
Fish, big Fish
Yeah,
fan, big Fish fan.
big
Yeah,
Fish
Andre
fan.
loved Fish
Oh,
fan. He's
yeah,
a big Fish
Andre.
fan.
I
He's
loved
gone to over
Andre.
100 shows. Yeah, Andre's
Yeah.
fantastic. Great guy. One of my best friends. I
Andre,
can call him a best
Larry,
friend.
a
Larry
lot
D.
of
Shout
them.
out to Larry D. Yeah,
Larry
yeah,
D,
yeah,
I liked. He was always cool.
yeah,
But Andre, I mean,
yeah.
I went to Andre with my deepest, darkest secrets. Like, that
Wow.
was my man, my man. Yeah. He was the best. And he always believed in me. He
Awesome.
made me a bartender. I became a bartender from Cheesecake Factory.
In Rich Hill, you bartend in Rich Hill.
No, in Nyack. In Nyack, I was a bartender
In Nyack. Okay. You bartend in
with
Nyack.
Dasha
Okay.
and Laura.
Okay.
Yeah. They taught me how to bartend.
Shout out to
It
Dasha,
was
one of my
like
peeps. Laura. Shout out to Laura McGuinn, my
Dasha.
peeps. Yeah.
Yes, Laura. She has twins now. Honestly, it was like bartending for
Yeah.
the Nazis. They would come up and they would be like, you have to make a strawberry martini right now while making 3 milkshakes at one time. You had 3 blenders going. You had servers in your face. You're trying to get a mini ginger ale. Like, what the fuck was that about too, you know? And it was just, it was military school for bartenders. So that really sent me on my way. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Until you,
Yeah,
but
for
then I broke
sure.
my ankle trying to get a
How much
bottle
you
of
hate being
Hennessy.
in the well? You like
I love the well. I love the well. I always loved the
in
well.
Nyack?
Yes, I love the well because I didn't have to talk to anybody. I don't want to hear about your day or how you just had a grandkid. I don't want to hear that. I'm in the well. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Right.
I don't want to hear any of
There you
that.
go.
Sorry, Kenford. You like
Oh.
kids, don't you? You look like you like kids,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
I do like I don't have any of my own, but I like kids. Somewhat.
Yeah, you would,
Somewhat.
Kenford.
I
You
kinda
would.
drown them out with the noise. When they get a little noisy, I kinda drown them out with the noise. Yeah, I crank up that volume at Yonkers all and, White Plains all the time. "Why is the music so loud?" It's Kenford. It's Kenford. I drown them out, man. When they start screaming, I'm like, I gotta drown them out."
I have nothing in common with them. I'm like, oh boy, they come up to me and they like try to hug me or something, and I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I pat them on the head, you know. That's what I do.
Give me a f give me a funny story about being in the well with you, Dasha, and Laura. I hope they see this clip. I'm
Like,
definitely
I
gonna
can't
tag them
even
in this clip.
remember. Well, I can't even
Yeah.
remember a well story because you're going so fast. All I know is I'd keep an Adderall next to me at all times in the well. Because I was like, okay. They'd be like, it's 8 o'clock. We're first push. And I'd be like, all right. Whoop, 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 whoop. I had to get through it. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I had to move as fast as I possibly could doing a hairbrush.
Yeah.
Sorry, Comfort. Sorry, Comfort. My
Jeez.
makeup people.
You ever broke a nail? You broke a nail before
No. Oh,
back in that well?
yeah. God, yes. Or
Okay.
they would have remember that milkshake with the banana and chocolate? Do you guys still have that?
Yeah, yeah, remember yeah, we don't
Like
have
the
that anymore. Remember
gorilla
that.
something or banana,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
it
the
was.
flying gorilla, yeah, flying
Flying
gorilla.
gorilla. What a
Yeah,
stupid ass drink, okay? And let me tell you something. Every time somebody ordered a flying gorilla, I wanted to
yeah,
go find the table, go
yeah.
over, directly punch him in the face, go back and make the flying gorilla.
There you go, here you go.
I hated that drink. And I used to have to ask for bananas. Nobody made them. You know,
Yeah,
I would like
pain in
to
the ass.
pipe the blue cheese olives. That was one of my favorites.
Okay, that was your favorites. Okay, there you go.
But
Man,
yeah,
I
nothing.
can't rem
You don't remember anything about the well. It's all a blur.
it's all a blur.
It's all a blur.
Breaking your ankle, how long were you out of work for back then?
Not long because everybody made me still work. So I was hopping
Yeah,
around.
Jesus.
I went on top of Dasha to get
Yeah,
a bottle of Hennessy and I went to come down and I landed on her kind of and I like fractured my ankle. And I did all my jobs still. All my side job, like my bars on the side and Cheesecake Factory I was still in. Nobody had any remorse for me back then.
that's crazy. Looking back then to now, we were so tough back then. I asked Joe Conchi this question, right?
I know
We
you
were
did. I watched
trouble.
it. I always had a crush on him. Hi Joe Conchi. Hey. Hey, how you doing? I know we were
We
tough back then, right, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, we were like kicked ass, right? We worked like so hard, doubles, whatever, went out, partied, did another double the next day. Us
Forget it.
back then versus kids back to this day. What made us so tough versus kids back to this day? We were tougher back then or
I
versus
don't know
now,
who's
a little
watching this.
vanilla? Yeah,
I don't know who's watching this, Kemford, but all I want to say are the kids today, they're pussies. You know what I mean? Because I used to do a double Friday, a double Saturday, and a
yeah.
double Sunday. That way I could be off all during the week.
There you
That's
go.
how I would plan
Yeah,
it. I'd switch
yeah,
with everybody. We used to work for each other, have each other's backs. Now nobody wants to do any of that. Nobody wants a double. They could never, ever. Our kitchen managers used to curse at us so bad. You go in the back crying, but you had to get back to the floor. Now if you did that,
yeah.
they forget. Oh my
It's a
God,
different
please.
culture
We
right now.
worked. Yeah. And the hangovers, the way we went out, be at
Yeah.
where'd we go? 33 Westerly or wherever, and then we'd be right back
They,
in the kitchen.
you know what's so funny?
I have
Kids
some
these
pictures
days
from it.
now, they come up and ask me, "Hey, my out time says this. I gotta go." I'm like,
An
"That doesn't
out
mean
time,
anything.
an
That's
out
a
time.
suggested time. Like, you gotta
That's a
work."
guidance. That's a guidance.
Yeah,
It we used to
and I'm
say
just
4:30 to 10:30. Yeah, your mother. You weren't getting out at fucking 10:30. That's for fucking sure. No way. No way. Cut? You used to have to beg.
man,
You had to be sleeping with somebody to get cut. In
it's just
my
a different
place.
time. It's just a different time. It's just all
It
different.
was. It was.
What kind of peeps you hang out with, you used to hang out with back in the day, and are you still close to them now? You ever hang out with them? You give them a phone call, a text message, a FaceTime?
Honestly, the one person that I'm still or that I've hung out recently with, or the most recent, would be
Right.
Leslie and Lou. Leslie was in my
Okay.
wedding party, and they're just great humans all around. They always have fun no matter what they're doing. They're just genuinely good people. Jackie, R.I.P. She was one of my best friends. We lost
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then Kelsey, I haven't seen in a long time. Me and Kelsey, me and Kelsey and Jackie used to get the three award. Remember the LeBron
Yeah.
award?
The
Yeah,
LeBron Award.
we
Yeah.
were always
Yeah.
together.
It's
Yeah,
so
but
funny.
no, I don't really. Yeah,
That was my next question. You, Jackie Fitz, Tara Minerva, right? Shout out to her.
Tara Minerva.
And
Yeah,
Kelsey. You guys are like, and even Alicia, Muffin, right? Like you guys all hung out. That was a thing. I mean, how cool was that group? You're still close to them, right? To this day,
uh,
right? I mean,
honestly, I feel like if I ever needed anything, like Denise Primorano, Alicia, those are people that I feel like would be there like in a second. Like even though we don't talk a lot, I used to have my most crazy times with those people. I think Denise may or may not have pulled my pants up on my 21st birthday, and if not more, because I rented like
yeah.
a van and I couldn't get in it and I couldn't get out of the bathroom. I know that it was like flashes of bathroom and Denise.
Yeah.
What
Right.
she did that night, I'm not going to say, but she took care of me. She did everything I needed to that night. My
Yeah.
21st birthday, they were all there. They were awesome. They were great people.
Yeah.
I loved Riley Bishop, who's
Yeah.
married now
Riley.
with
Yeah.
kids. Yeah, I mean, we all went through a lot of stuff together, like really big stuff, moving in and who lived together and everything like that. We're roommates and stuff. So it was a great time. I really miss that time in my life. That's how I grew up, for real.
Yeah, Riley, I remember working with her a little bit in just in White Plains, just to like support. And she was an expo. She was food running. She is a monster. I've never seen anybody like her.
Another tough bitch.
That girl can go. She can go.
Cheesecake Factory was full of tough bitches. That's for sure. We used to go to
Yeah,
Yankee games and get into fights at Yankee games. It was just remember they used to take us to Yankee games?
I remember that. Yeah,
Like
the
Cheesecake
DT
Factory would be
outings.
like,
Yeah,
if you were a star server or a trainer, you go
yeah,
to a Yankee game. They gave us health
yeah,
insurance, like a lot of
yeah.
things that companies don't do now. They were very good to us.
Sure,
I love
right,
Cheesecake Factory. I think it was the
for
best.
sure.
Yeah.
We touched a little bit on Jackie. If Jackie was alive today, what would you tell her?
Jackie, oh, man, she was so much fun. She was you think I'm outgoing and I shine? She was the best. I wouldn't tell her anything. I'd let her shine, Jackie, if she was alive today, because she just had it. She had it all. She had personality, she had looks. She was just so much fun to be around, and I was one of her last phone calls, and I regret not going to her when she called me that day, honestly. I didn't
Could
know how
she
bad it
still?
was at the time.
Could she have still been with us today? I mean, what do you miss most about her?
Honestly, just her energy. We'd go to Lady Gaga concert and she'd talk to everybody. She'd get in the aisle and do the dance. She knew all the dances to Lady Gaga
Yeah,
songs.
she
I'd be like,
did. I
Jackie,
remember
sit
that.
the fuck down. Sit the fuck down. You're embarrassing me. She'd be like, shut up, Lauren. I'm just doing what I want to do. And that's me
Yeah,
telling her to sit down. So
right.
she was awesome. She was funny. She had a great laugh. Jackie was, even remember the party we had after Jackie's funeral? Even that, like people just came together. She always just brought people together, and we lost her to something very serious and something that could have been avoided, but it happens. Unfortunately, we lost her to abuse, but she was awesome. I love her very much. I miss her. I have all pictures of her too. She's
Yeah,
just awesome. She was great.
yeah. Rest in peace, Jackie Fitz. I missed her
Yeah.
dearly.
Yes.
What do you miss most about CCF looking back now? You worked in White Plains, you worked in Bridge Hill, you worked in Nyack. What do you miss most about CCF looking back?
Probably the Buffalo Blast, on break. You know what I
Still on the
mean?
menu. Still on the menu, man. Still on the menu.
Oh, and don't think I don't order them to my house, Kenford. You know what I miss the most? The blue cheese. That was the best blue cheese known to mankind, okay? And I miss just people hooking me up for no reason. I'd be like, oh, whose burgers are those? They'd be like, oh, they missed a table. They're old. I'm like, how old are they? I miss laughing and just be like just getting out of work and being like, okay, we're gonna get fucked up now. And then the next day be like so zoned in. We're
Yeah.
all about our money. And then like we were all
Yeah.
about partying at the same time. I miss the balance of that. That's what I miss.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Everything's so
It was
serious now. It's like,
everything's very serious now.
yeah,
It
I
was
don't like it.
Ridge Hill, then it was Yonkers, then it was Nyack. What made you transfer to Nyack? How did that come about?
Somebody, I think it was Andre who said he was going to Nyack and he needed help
Okay.
and I went with him. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
What was like the
Yonkers, I
main
mean, the
Yeah.
kitchen manager was really good looking, so I went to Yonkers for a little bit.
Okay, there you go. What was the major
He was
difference
good.
between those 3? It was like, one that stood out to you? You have a favorite location you worked at?
White Plains is like this. Like
Okay.
very like they just have it going on very well. I can't really get the word out. What am I looking for? It's just very they're perfect. White Plains.
Okay. Okay.
Nyack was fun and perfect at the same time. That's a good store also. And Yonkers is like, woo. Nobody
Yeah. Yeah.
my place.
Yeah.
Please. God help
When was the la
Yonkers.
when was the last time you actually been back to Yonkers just for a drink or just, like, for a dinner
Like
or an appetizer?
honestly, like 2 months ago with my friend Alicia. We go
Okay.
that's like our fat day when we're like, oh, we're
Yeah.
gonna get if the day after Super Bowl, either we lose
Yeah.
or we win, we go to Cheesecake
Right.
Factory. Yeah. We're like, oh, we're a bunch of losers. We'll go to Cheesecake Factory. Oh, we're winners. We'll go to Cheesecake Factory. Yeah. I
Yeah.
love it there.
That's
I don't
funny.
care. Sometimes I spend $100 on DoorDash for Cheesecake Factory. I gotta be honest, it's terrible.
Man, that's
Yeah.
funny. You like working in Nyack. Any crazy stories from Nyack you can remember? Favorite manager from Nyack besides Andre? Anybody that stood out to you?
You know, why can't I think of anybody else besides Andre? Oh, Mike
Greg
Blue. Mike
Pappas.
Blue.
Mike
Greg
Blue,
Pappas is
yeah.
awesome. Greg Pappas
Yeah,
is awesome.
Pappas,
You
shout
know
out to
what? I
Pappas. Yeah.
forget about Greg Pappas because he was so cool.
Pappas, yeah.
He was
Yeah.
great. He was
Yeah.
yeah, he was very down to earth and he would give us like, anything we wanted. Be like, "Can you co-op this?" He'd be like,
Yeah.
you know? Alfie,
Yeah.
they were
Yeah.
all cool.
Shout out to Alfie. Rest
Shout
in
out to
peace, Mike
Alfie.
Blue. Yeah. Yeah.
Mike Blue died? Yeah, he did, right?
Yeah. Mike Blue passed, yeah, a
Yeah.
couple years ago.
He was
Yeah.
cute
Yeah.
too. Yeah, I just that's how I judge them, Kenford, if they're good looking or not. I'm like, "Oh, okay." They
Man.
were all kinda strict in their own way too. I was like, "Asshole," when they when they wouldn't
Yeah.
cop something.
Looking back now, could you ever go back to serving there? Could you ever work at CCF ever again? Could you do it
You know
for
what?
a shift?
When
How
I
rusty
really
would you
get
be?
I don't think I'd be rusty at all. I don't think I'd be rusty at all. Except with the cheesecakes, because
Okay.
I hate cheesecake, which I'm sorry, I don't like cheesecake, I don't get it.
Right.
But, probably with the cheesecakes, I'd be a little rusty, but I think I'd jump right back into it. I would be holding the plates on my arm, those heavy
There you
ass
go.
plates that they used to give us, fucking
Yeah.
2 tons a plate,
Oh my
you
goodness.
know? I'm like, "Oh," you remember when Rosie
Yeah.
O'Donnell came
Heavy
in and
as
she was
hell.
mean
Yeah.
to everybody
Sure.
except Brad?
I remember her. Yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
Brad
she was nasty to
she
everybody,
liked
and then
Brad.
she was nice only to our gay friend, Brad. And she was like and he's like, "Oh, she's being
Shout out to
nice to me."
Brad.
I'm like, "I wonder why, Brad." They were they were they were like
By the way,
puppies in a
Brad
pound.
sang he sang the best birthday song ever.
Yes,
Remember
he
his
did.
birthday
He'd get
songs?
very
Like,
into it.
fantastic, off the chart, Brad.
But it depended if I was having a day or not,
Yeah,
because if
for
Brad was
sure.
going off with that cheesecake with that happy birthday song, I'd be like, "Here we fucking go." Or I'm having a good day, I'd be like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, Brad, good for you." It would depend. I couldn't do it every time. I'm like, "Brad, get over it."
Yeah.
He'd really draw it out.
Yeah.
And then people go, "Oh my god," or people would be uncomfortable. Depended which ones you get. But yeah. Yeah,
CCF, you ever look
Brad was the
back and
best.
say, what a time in my life at CCF." Any Yeah,
Absolutely.
Brad was
Yeah. That
fantastic.
was like almost 10
You ever
years of
look
my
back,
life.
what a time CCF was. Yeah.
No, I
Any
it was it
regrets? I mean, looking back, anything you would done differently, a younger Terrell
any
would done?
regrets, Kenford? Any regrets from Cheesecake Factory? Really? You gonna ask me that? Yeah, a few guys that I couldn't fucking stand. But besides that, no, I love Cheesecake Factory. It set me up for my bartending career. I've been bartending 20 years now because of Cheesecake Factory. It made me a worker. It made me get up and do what I had to do. It gave me my first apartment, gave me my first car. It was the best. I mean, they really treated us. We didn't know how good we had it, I think. And we used to complain all the time and, fight, but it really was a good place to work. I always tell everybody that. It was a great company and they really took care of us. They were awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What came next leaving? I mean, CCF, you find yourself, right? Serving, bartending. You're both good at both. Which one do you prefer, by the way, serving or bartending? You have a choice?
Bartend bartending, absolutely.
Okay.
Bartending, because
Okay.
you can get away from people, kind of, actually, but, serving's, to me, is a little easier, bartending's a little, more intricate, and then I went to Yard House, which was I said it was like working for the Nazis before Cheesecake Factory, forget it, Yard House was like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god." But
Yeah.
it was very strict and everything like that, but those strict rules ended up being things that I needed to bring into my bartending career, and as I started working at pubs, it got a little more lackadaisy, and that's fine, but I always had the, um the work ethic from Cheesecake Factory and those corporate companies in my head. So I would always be on the go and know what I had to do, but I had a little more fun. You know what I mean? But
Yeah. For
I
sure.
ended up at pubs and stuff like that, which were so much fun and really gave me everything I have, everything I could pay for. And, it's, I still work in pubs. I love it. I'll never leave. I don't think I'll ever leave.
Yeah.
I love it.
Look, when was your last day? Why did you quit CCF? What happened? We miss you. We love you. There was
I
no
know this.
goodbyes. There was no like
Yeah.
parties or like exit stage left. It was just like, yeah,
Yeah.
Lauren's not working with us anymore.
I, um,
And
I had a
I never got
boyfriend.
a reason as to why you left. Yeah.
I had a boyfriend that I thought was like the man. He was not at all. Okay. But we were at Blue Moon in Bronxville drinking margaritas. And I had a shift at 4:30. And it was like 2 o'clock. I was like, I don't want to go to work. And he's like, so don't go. And that was the end of my cheesecake career. Can you believe it? Oh, just that. What a sad, sad story for the end of my cheesecake career. And I called Andre and I was like, I'm not coming in. He was like, if you're not coming in, don't come in again. I was like, okay, fine. And that was the end of it. I feel bad because it was Andre. I really let him down. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that was it. I never looked back. I always missed it. And he always said, if you need a place to come back, you can always come back to us. So the door's always
Oh,
open.
that's
So that was
cool.
nice.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
that's cool. I was looking for you on IG the other day and I'm trying to find you and it didn't pop up. I'm like, why the hell can I find this girl? And the last name was Cuervo. And I'm like, does she love Jose Cuervo that much? Is that a
Everybody
thing? Why do
thinks
you love
that's my
tequila so much?
everybody thinks that's my last name. I used to drink a lot of tequila, but I drink Jameson neat with a side of ice water. That's my drink. So I, I,
Okay.
I used to drink Cuervo neat, but now I'm Jameson neat with a side of ice water. My dog's name is Jameson. Like, I'm
Okay.
very Jameson oriented, but I could outdrink a couple of people. Kenford, I could. I could. I not as much as the ice luge at Kenford's house, which was so much fun. They used to put peach schnapps in it too. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Why is he putting peach schnapps in the ice luge?
That's funny. I was going to ask you if you like it up, rocks, chill, but that's your go to. A little bit of Jameson with a
Yeah,
water on the
no,
side.
neat, and don't make it cold, and don't like make it too high up. But if I'm going out to eat, I like a dirty martini with blue
There you
cheese
go.
olives.
Blue cheese
Yes,
olives. Got to have the
extra
olives.
dirty. Yes,
Yeah. Does
yeah.
the olives actually make the drink? Like you can't have it without the olives?
You know what? You know what the olives do? They make your drink, like, you get to a certain point, one olive. You get to the next
Okay.
point, two olives. By the time you get that third olive, you're feeling so good. And then if somebody
You're
says,
feeling
"Can
good.
I have one of your olives?" You're like,
Yeah.
"Motherfucker, why would I give you an olive? Why would I give you one of my fucking olives?" But they always do it. You can eat that olive. I'm like, I'm pacing myself via olive. And you're ruining everything. But yes, it's usually my husband that asks for the olive. I give it to him. Don't
All right.
worry.
She's Yonkers own Lauren Benvenga, digital creative, former server,
God,
Cheesecake Factory, joining
you're
us in the
hyping me up, Kenford.
program today. Mic'd up moments and you're working for the city of Yonkers, parking violations. Tell us about that. How did that come about? The wait was long. It was worth it. Now you're set. 20 years, you can retire. Give me some
Hopefully.
funny stories of working for the city of Yonkers.
I don't think I can, Kenford. I don't think I can. I'm still on probation. I'll get in trouble. I have to be smart about that. I don't
Okay.
think I
All
can
right.
talk about that.
All
But
right.
it's a lot of fun. It's like a Cheesecake Factory with a glass window in front of you. So it's good. It's fun.
Did it set you up like CCF, what you learned and dealing with guests and all that stuff set you
Oh
up for
yeah.
this job? You have a
Yes,
tough skin now,
absolutely.
right?
Yep, yep. And when I interviewed, they were like, "We like that you're a bartender. We like that you deal with people and you have customer service. That's what that it'll really help. It really helps in this job, honestly. So it fit into this career.
Yeah,
Thank
for sure.
God. Yeah, it's just been a
Yeah.
different transition. It's been a hard transition coming from bartending and just having more of your own schedule and having free time, going out when you want, waking up late, late shifts, even your morning shifts are later, and then going into a 9 to 5 in office. I think when I first started in the office, I didn't know like any of the office, like tech, what word am I looking for? Like,
Technique. Yeah.
yeah, like I think I cut somebody
Yeah.
off in the coffee line. I was like, oh shit, and they didn't like me like right away. I was like, "Why?
Right.
Is there an order for the coffee, or do I just, just gonna make one?"
Yeah.
But I didn't ask
Yeah.
anybody. Yeah.
Eh, that's
But
hilarious.
I'm trying to go in slowly. They they'll be like, "Oh, five." They'll order breakfast, and they'll be like, "It's $5 for you, $4 for you." Then they'll be like, "Lauren, 17.95." I'm like, "Oh." They're like, "Whose cheesy potatoes are these?" I'm like, "Fine, I'll take them. Sorry." I got two croissant sandwiches and a cheesy potatoes and two coffees. Sorry, guys. They're not used to me yet.
Could you see yourself working at this day and age right now for the city of Yonkers back in the day compared to now? When was the last time you got a parking ticket?
Oh my god, I always get parking tickets. Is that so bad? I actually got a red light camera ticket when I was working at the St. Yonkers. I was like, guys, if you see my car, I think I was like having phone sex with my husband actually on the phone, and I went through a red light in the morning. Actually, oh
Jeez.
my god, and they're gonna see this, and I'm gonna be like, oh, nobody's good. I don't know. Sorry, I'm
Was
nervous,
it
kid.
dismissed? I hope it was dismissed. I guess, right? You work for the city now, right?
It was.
There
I
you
paid
go.
for it, Kenford. I paid for it.
Okay.
I
All
took
right.
care of it,
All
Kenford.
right. You're a big Yankee fan, diehard Yankee fan. Billy's out there,
Oh
right?
man.
Man, oh man, what a time,
I used to
right?
be so much more into sports, Kenford. Remember, I was a big Lakers fan. I used to go fly
Yeah,
to California all the time.
I remember that. I remember that.
Got to see Kobe, which was awesome.
Yeah, speaking of which, before we get into the Yankee thing, today was the 6 years that he actually passed away. Kobe Bryant, rest in
Oh
peace, and
shit,
Gigi. How crazy is that? Yeah,
that's so sad. That was awful. What a thing to
yeah,
lose. What a guy to lose, really. And
yeah,
the way and his kids and everything, his poor wife. That was just. You know me. I was probably crying on the side of some bar somewhere. Kobe was somebody we really had. He had a lot going on for him. Somebody's probably like, "Shut up." I probably was doing that at that time. I could see that. That was a big mess.
yeah.
But yeah,
Terrible tragedy.
you're a big
Stans and
LeBron
Billy's,
fan,
right?
right?
I mean, you're a big,
You're a
big
big
LeBron
LeBron
fan
fan.
to this day. To this day,
You would be, Kenford. You
yeah,
would be.
23 years and counting.
I
Yeah.
can't stand him.
What about you? Can't stand LeBron. Hey,
I
look,
can't
he's
stand
not for everybody. It's okay. We all got our own opinions. It's okay. You know,
him and his hairline, Kenford.
you're a
Him
big
and his
Yankee
hairline.
fan. LeBron's here. What made you a big Yankee fan? Your first Yankee game. What do you remember about it? Being a Yankee fan.
My dad was actually a foreman on the new stadium, and he used to get like all this cool
Okay.
stuff from the old stadium and everything. So my dad was always a big Yankee fan, so I just followed suit. But we used to go to Yankee games all the time, like with everybody. It was, oh my god, it was so much
Okay.
fun. The most recent one I
Yeah.
went to was with my friend Jeva and a couple of people, and we went to Stans and Billy's and everything like that. Which honestly, I'm like
Yeah.
overstimulated in there. I'm like, oh my god, get me the hell out of here as fast as I possibly can. It's way too many people. But then after you get
Crazy.
drunk, you're fine.
Yeah, it gets nuts. Yeah.
It's packed in there,
Yeah, there you go.
and it's super
How much do you
expensive.
hate the Mets? How much do you hate the Dodgers?
I don't hate the Dodgers. I hate the
Well,
Mets.
yeah, compared to back in the day when we used to go, yeah.
Yeah. No,
You
I
hate the
I don't
Mets.
I don't
Okay.
like I don't like the
Okay.
Mets, but the Dodgers are cool. They could stay. I don't do
Yankees,
sports
no
as much as I used
championships in
to.
16 years. Is this the year?
I know. I don't do sports as much as I used to. My husband will not believe what a big sports fan I was. Kenford, please tell him if
Yeah.
he's watching what a big
Yeah.
sports nut I used to be.
I will.
Please. God.
Yes, you
I
were
used to be
crazy.
good at sports.
Yeah.
Now I'm just a big housewife.
There you go.
No
Things have
sports for me
changed. Things have
anymore.
changed.
I know, Kenford. I didn't
Man.
have kids, but I got a whole husband to take care of.
Were you, like, upset about the whole Juan Soto thing, him leaving the Yankees? How upset were you by that? Are you
No,
sad to
I
see
wasn't
that?
paying attention to any of that, Kenford. I wasn't. Honestly, I gotta say.
No?
I was like, how much did they pay him? And I was like, I'd go for that money. So I didn't care. I know everybody was upset about it. I remember bartending and everybody had an opinion on it, but I didn't really think anything of it. I didn't. He, it was wrong to do, but if you had that money in front of your face, wouldn't you do it? I mean,
Yeah.
really. Come on.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just choosing a little bit of money. Nothing wrong with that.
I hope he comes back one day. He can come back after 4 years now, looking back, so maybe he'll come back. You never know.
You tell me, Kenford.
Old Yank I hope so. Old Yankee Stadium, new Yankee Stadium. What do you prefer? Is there a preference?
Honestly, I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot when I say this because I said I hated the Mets. I think that Citi Field is a way better stadium than the Yankee Stadium.
I
Sorry.
like it for baseball. I love Yankee Stadium overall, but I like it for baseball, City Field better.
Did
Yeah.
you go? Did you go to Yankee Stadium when Eminem and 50 Cent were there?
I there? I was not there. I don't
Were you
believe
there
I
at
was
that
there.
concert?
No.
I was
No,
there.
I wasn't there. You were there?
Holy
Wow.
moly. That was
Wow.
something. I mean, people with
Yeah.
their tops off, people smoking blunts. It
Wow.
was it was it was like I never seen anything like that. You would look around and not think you were at Yankee Stadium. It was something else.
Wow. Crazy.
I think that was the only concert there too,
Yeah. There's
right?
pretty much a couple of maybe after that,
I
but
know
I
City
could
Field
believe
does a
it,
lot of
man.
concerts
Crazy.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
City Field has a lot of concerts. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
but
For
Eminem
sure.
and 50 Cent was something there. Oh my god. I don't even know what
Yeah.
year that was. A long
Who's
time
your
ago.
favorite Yankee, by the way? Who's your favorite Yankee of all time?
You know, who was my favorite Yankee of all time that I
Yeah.
still have the jersey for. My husband's like, "You can't wear that jersey." Jason Giambi.
Really? Jason Giambi.
Yeah, and
Holy hell.
I still have his jersey.
Yeah.
I don't know why it was Jason Giambi, but I'm just like, "Oh my god." But then when I served Andy Pettit and he was so nice and he was so cute, I was like, "Okay." And obviously Derek Jeter because I'm a woman, obviously, first. But yeah, I just kind of go by looks, Kenford, like I say, you know?
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
they could have a 2.0 batting average or whatever you guys say, and
Yeah.
I don't
Jason Giambi, the Giambino. Wow. Wow, that's awesome.
yeah. That's I'm
Yeah.
dating myself with that one a
Yeah,
lot.
there you go.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
But I like Chapman also, my little sweaty man.
Rex Chapman. Yeah.
I like Chapman as a pitcher and where she'd be like, "He sucks," and I'd be like, "No, he doesn't. He's just, he's getting ready. Don't worry about it. He's gonna pitch already. He's gonna be fine."
Are we ever gonna see a World Series from the Yankees ever again in our lifetime? Is this the year? 16 years and counting? 16, 17
You're
years?
asking the wrong girl, but if I had to use my third eye or something like that, I'd say probably they'll bring it around, you know? Judge will do it. Whatever. That'll happen. Hopefully I would like it to happen for my husband to see it before he you know. He's he's 62 years old for the love of God.
Hey,
Oh
speaking of
God.
which,
I know
Richie,
you're watching. God forgive me.
I
Sorry,
just
Rich.
met Richie off air. Great guy. Seems like a fantastic guy. You've been married for 4 years now. How has that changed you for the better and your outlook on life as a whole?
I think being married when I first got married and the first month after I got married, I felt like a cage closed down and I was like, "Oh my God, I can't do this. Like I'm locked in forever. I can never do anything again." But then
Right.
realizing that you have a partner for the rest of your life and somebody that's going to have your back for the rest of your life and a
Right.
best friend,
Yeah.
it really, it's work though. Everybody thinks that marriage fixes a lot of things and people just get married for the hell of it, but it's a lot of work and you got to put the time and effort into it. And there's good times and bad times, but I love marriage. I love being married. And as long as you marry your best friend and somebody that you really honestly love, I think everybody will do okay. You know?
I saw your post 10/14/22, the best day. Happy 3 anniversary to the best hubby. I mean, I love you,
Mhm.
Richie B. Here to us. How did you guys meet? How was that like? When did you know he was the one for you?
His friend introduced us. Well, his friend said, "I have a guy with a big house and a pension," right? And that's all he said. And I was like 26 and I had my own apartment. I was like, "Well, I need some help. I could use a sugar daddy." I call him Splenda Daddy because it's not all sugar. So, but I ended up going out. I met him one day at one of the bars around here and we hit it off and
Okay.
we've been together ever since. We never left each other's side. Like it's been like that forever. And it's 9 years ago now.
Wow.
Been together a long time.
Could you see yourself with a younger guy or older guys? They know what they want. They're more established. And that's
I
the
hate
big
guys my
difference.
age. No way. I want old forever. Give me an old guy over a young guy any day.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're just they're more well rounded. They know, they're just like providers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They know what they want. And I like being an old school wife. I like cooking. I like taking care of a man. I That's how I was raised. I know people are like, "I'm independent. We're gonna burn our bras." No, I don't I'm not. That's not me. Sorry, it's not. Like, I like being an old school woman and cooking and cleaning. I do.
Yeah. Yeah. What was more stressful for you? Getting in the wedding dress, was that more stressful or the actual marriage? What was that like?
Honestly, I was so fat, Kenford, before I got married, and then I went to the doctor and he was like, "Oh, you're getting married." And I said, "Yeah." And he said, well, I have something new that, nobody really tried yet, and it was Ozempic. And I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. And the first couple of months, I didn't lose anything. I was still fat on my bachelorette and stuff like that. But then I started losing weight and I started loving it. And I was like, okay, like I ended up being like my best self, but I went down like 3 sizes in my dress. And I remember feeling really good about it.
Wow.
And I felt good on my wedding day. I ended up losing like 72 pounds or something like that off Ozempic. So it changed my life. It made me feel a way that I never got to feel, you know?
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
was working out at the same time too. But yeah, definitely the wedding dress was more, I knew I wanted to marry Richie. You know what I mean? I wasn't worried
Yeah.
about that. I was more worried about how I looked, of course, because I'm shallow. But I planned that whole wedding by myself. I did everything for that wedding and
Did you
it came out
really?
beautiful. It was perfect. Yeah. I mean, I
Wow.
had notebooks like this and I was just like everything.
Where'd you get married? In Jersey, right? You were married in Jersey,
No,
no?
in Montauk, in Long Island, New York.
Long Island. Wow.
The end of
Was it a
Long
big
Island.
wedding? Small wedding? How was that?
It was a big wedding, like 200 people. Yeah, it was, and we had a lot of fun. And everybody traveled to Montauk, which is like 3 hours from Yonkers, and everybody stayed for the weekend. They had a really good time. We got married on like a cliff by a lighthouse and everything, and it was beautiful. It was a perfect day, perfect weather, perfect group of people. I wish I could do it over and over again. Honestly, it was the best day ever. It was perfect, perfect.
Were you nervous at all the night before? What was that like? Any bugs, any butterflies the
No,
day of?
the night before, I think we all went out. We were pretty toasty for that, but no, I didn't have any butterflies. My husband, on the other hand, couldn't eat for like 3 days. I'm like, "Really? Was that bad marrying me?" But he was nervous. He was nervous. I was ready for it. I knew that I was marrying my best friend. I had no qualms about it. I was very, very happy, and I knew I was more nervous about the people that I was bringing because I was bringing, like, the Yonkers people to Montauk, and Montauk's so quiet, very nice, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, man, we're gonna wreak havoc on Montauk," but it went
Yeah.
so smooth, and everybody had such a great time. My family, my friends, it was definitely worth it, so I was happy. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Biggest thing to keep a marriage going these days, what would you say, in your opinion? What works, what doesn't work for you? What's the key to a healthy marriage?
Honestly, I think recently and like every day, I think communication. I think you guys have to communicate. Both people have to be happy. Both people have to be heard. Um, both people have to have interests together and also interests within themselves. It needs to be 50-50 of sharing your life and also having your own life at the same time. You can't feed off each other 24/7 and you can't be alone 24/7. It needs to be equal. And you gotta just work on it. Communicate, talk, tell them what you want. People say sex isn't important, but sex is a big thing in a marriage. If you're not having sex, then it's a problem. That's what I say. I have a great sex life for a 6-year-old husband, that's for sure.
For sure.
God
For
bless you,
sure.
Richie.
But communication is key, right? That's the main thing, right? Got to
Yeah,
communicate.
communication. I think if you're not being heard and you're not being seen, then you lose yourself in a marriage. It's very easy to lose yourself and try to take on somebody else's persona, and you don't want to do that. You want to still be yourself and still be there for somebody else at the same time. I think that's my own opinion, but I'm no expert. This is my first marriage. I'll talk to you on my third.
What Hey, kids in the future, why? Why not? Are you all set on that? Can things change going forward?
I thought about it like a couple of times, like for a quick second, and then I woke up like I can't. I like my freedom. I like going where I want to go, when I want to go, whatever I want to do. They're very expensive, and I think I'd make a great mom. I do. I really do think I'd make a great mom. I just don't see myself. I'm too selfish, Kenford. Honestly, if you want me to be honest, I love Lauren, and
Yeah.
that's really where I'm going with that. I'm an only child, and I love Lauren. She's very important to me.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. There you go.
I can't. I can't.
Hey, I wish you guys the best. I really do. Hope everything works out for you guys. You guys seem very happy. And shout out to Richie.
Thanks,
I know he
Kenford.
came on here.
Thank you.
And yeah, I mean, look, I mean, this is the only marriage. I told myself too, if I ever were to get married, I would get married once and that's it. I can't do three, four, 5 times. It's just not for me.
You know what? I agree, Kenford. I don't think I'd get married again. All jokes aside,
Okay.
I really don't see myself getting married again. I
Right.
love my husband. I'm going down with that ship. If anything was to happen to him, all jokes aside.
Yeah.
You ever see that meme of the lady jumping into the grave? That would be me.
Yeah.
I'd be
That
like,
would be you.
woo! Or I'm gonna become a hoarder, and
Yeah.
they're gonna come into my house. I'm gonna have like a couch cushion in the corner. I'm gonna be like, this is where I sleep. These
Yeah.
are my 13 cats. That would be me if something happened. I don't think I ever want to get married again though. That it's a big thing. It's a big commitment, and it's also I think like people overrate it a little bit. It's you could still be with somebody and not be married. And I've been waiting for you to get married forever, Kenford.
If I ever
Like,
get married, Lauren, you'll be definitely invited to my wedding for sure.
oh my God, please. I've been waiting for you to
100%.
get married since
Yeah.
2009, Kenford. Please. We've been trying to hook you up with people forever.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Hey, don't go anywhere. Stick around. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about your dad. We'll talk about cooking. We'll talk about your dog, Jameson, and some
Oh, my
rapid fire
baby.
questions. Yeah. So don't go around. Don't go anywhere. Stick around. She's Lauren. I'm Kenford. We'll be right back. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, Kenford.